The new CEO of Myer has a long road ahead in terms of rebuilding the once famous retailer. He explains to Alan Kohler how he plans to get staff, executives, and shareholders on board. Myer is radically expanding one of its stores in the Melbourne suburb of Werribee, a working-class area southwest of the city centre. The struggling department store chain is betting big on its new strategy, fancy stores stocking desirable brands, and it seems to be working. Myer's share price is up more than 50% from its 2015 low point. Sales have gone up, and for the first time in years, it has reason to believe it can survive. For a few years it seemed online retail was an existential threat to shopping. Experts thought the internet might kill shops just as easily as it killed CDs. In 2012, ABS Radio was asking if we were ready to say goodbye to the department store. But now, the future is clearer. Online shopping has its limits. Not every store is going the way of record stores. Bricks and mortar retail is actually in rude health, with chains like Zara and Uniqlo making hay in Australia. Even now, online shopping in Australia is worth only $19 billion a year, while total shopping is many times more, $300 billion. But department stores went closer to extinction than some other retail. These graphs show that retail overall has been fine, but department stores have gone backwards since 2009. The point of department stores was to get people into one big shop and impress them with the range of things on offer. In an internet era, shoppers know more about what's on offer. Instead of wandering around browsing, we often browse first, then dart into a shop to buy. Myer's new store offers click and collect for people that have bought something online, but also tries to provide something extra. It is not simply a place to obtain something shoppers already know about. Its new store also has a cafe, free Wi-Fi, and a range of brands meant to entice to the demographics of the area. A little history. The first department store, opened on London's Pall Mall in 1796, was exactly that. It had sold furs and fans, haberdashery, jewellery, clocks and hats. The point was to be grand and upscale, a place to be seen. The same idea has carried the top department stores from Harrods in its heyday to Selfridges today. For that reason, investing big in the suburbs is a risk for Myer. It's easy to have a sense of cachet and style in the city centre, harder in the surrounds of Werribee Plaza. But going to the suburbs can make sense, because city centre land is so expensive. The trick is to make a suburban Myer seem premium. Small cheap stores in small cheap malls are not the answer. Myer is now being careful not to spread itself too thin. It has chosen not to open two planned stores on the Gold Coast and Central Coast and to close one in Brisbane. They can go everywhere, but Myer Werribee seems sound, a large store with a wholly new fit-out and vibe. The centre it is in has just gone through a $370 million redevelopment. Will brands hit the mark? While Myer is learning from smart department stores around the world, it is doing one thing very differently. While David Jones pushes its own brands, Myer is going in the other direction, betting on big fashion brands like Topshop and Veronica Maine alongside homewares brands like Dyson. This is risky. Most of the retail world is going the other way. H&M and Uniqlo, Aldi and Kmart, all these category-dominating chains mostly sell their own brands. That way they control costs and profits. Myer needs desirable brands to get people in and get them buying, but it also needs to have healthy profit margins to pay for its fancy surroundings. The department store model will only work if it can get a lot of sales and high margins both. And that's not easy. Whether Myer is up to the challenge remains to be seen.